Every song recorded is evidence that the forest still breathes. But conservation cannot succeed not distant, but local. Education plays a powerful role here. When people learn that a bird exists only in their region, nowhere else in the world, it changes perspective. Pride replaces indifference. Responsibility replaces neglect. The Abadan Malimbe becomes not just a scientific concern, but a cultural and natural heritage. There is also a larger lesson in its story. The Malimbe reminds us that biodiversity is not evenly distributed. Some species occupy vast ranges. Others, like this bird, live on the edge, geographically and ecologically. They survive only when conditions are just right. And in a rapidly changing world, just right is becoming rare. Climate change adds another layer of uncertainty. Shifting rainfall patterns affect forest growth. Extreme weather disrupts breeding cycles. Even small changes can have outsized effects on species already under pressure. Still, nature has shown remarkable resilience when given space and time. Where forests are protected, birds return. Where human activity is managed responsibly, ecosystems recover. Conservation is not about freezing nature in time. It is about allowing life to continue adapting. The Abadan Malimbe's survival is possible, but it is not guaranteed. Its fate will be decided not by chance, but by intention. Will forests be viewed merely as land to be converted, or as living systems worth defending? Will rare species be seen as obstacles to development, or as indicators of environmental health? Will future generations hear the Malimbe's call, or only learn of it through recordings and textbooks? These questions extend beyond one bird and one city. They challenge us to reconsider our relationship with nature. Because protecting the Abadan Malimbe is not just about saving a species. It is about choosing balance over excess, stewardship over neglect, legacy over convenience. As the sun rises higher over Abadan, the forest quiets. The Malimbe retreats into the canopy, unseen but not unheard. Its song lingers, a reminder that some voices in nature are faint, and once silenced, cannot be restored. Whether that song continues is up to us.
Apologies for that mix-off. This is still the Mid-Morning Show right here on the Mid-Morning Show. On BCOS television, pardon me. Of course, that was just a short feature on the Ibadan Malimbe.
Yeah.
And it's just fascinating and really awe-inspiring and humbling that this bird is only found in this
vicinity here. And
Ibadan.
It's such a beautiful bird. I love the color combo.
Yeah.
As the red and the black and the month of February.
Okay, the red one. I see.
And the
Okay, I
fact
wasn't even thinking about that.
Yeah, it's so interesting to know that this bird is so beautiful, but yet do we respect birds?
That's the wonderful portion we had there. It says, if the bird, the song, continues to be heard, whether or not it depends on us.
Because when you wake up in the morning, the sound of the bird this way, it brings this sense into your body that yes, it's the morning.
Yeah, and this calmness that comes over you, this peace.
So if we keep on not respecting the birds, the animals,
the habitat,
the environment, we are not helping ourselves.
And some might say, okay, what am I doing? I'm not doing anything to it. The more we destroy their homes, it's as good as we destroying them.
You know the joke I said when we were watching it, and people around the area saying there are too many birds around. That is
where else
scary.
would they go?
And
You've destroyed their homes.
Yeah, I have to explain to them that they are not witches, neither are they wizards. You know, you cut down the trees, you building structure on them. Of course, the birds will come to anything that seems to be high that they can sit on.
And the argument still comes.
Yeah.
We'll say, okay, well, shouldn't we have to build houses?
Are we not going to build our houses?
To survive?
But most of the trees are not just for the houses. That's another one. So
balance, right?
Yeah. So we all have a lot to say, but I must say that the Bado Malimbe is a nice bird.
Be proud.
So I'm proud.
We have this. But
yes,
then,
that we have
please, let's have it for the future generation as well.
Yes, let's protect it.
Chase the Malimbe away.
Yes, because we know that it's getting trying to.
It's threatened. Yeah.
Yeah. So that is not a good one. We have parrots as well. We have so many birds that we have not even discovered yet. So this is nice.
Okay, all right. So now it's time to bring our guest on the show.
Yeah.
I'm talking about Dr. Taye Adeyanju. He's a lecturer of wildlife conservation and ornithologist as a study of birds, right? Ornithology, and that's from the University of Ibadan. And we are proud to have him with us here this morning. And we say very big thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you very much.
It's a pleasure to have you.
It's a pleasure to have you on the show. And I like the fact that you made me know the difference between the male Malimbe and the female Malimbe.
I'm sure you have something to say about the bird itself.
The bird itself, yeah.
Yeah. Well, Ibadan Malimbe is Oyo State's number one. I would call it Oyo State's number one bird. First of all, that bird is endemic, means that you can't find it anywhere else in the whole world. And of course, it's endangered. And endangered, of course, that's almost getting to critically endangered. It was once critically endangered, but then downlisted because there was some improvement in its population. And we've had several people working, trying to find out exactly why bird has been in decline. We've had Professor Shu Emanu, who has worked extensively all over the Southwestern to actually work on the density and why the edge, the effect of deforestation, forest conversion was actually impinging on its decline. And today, of course, we know the hot spots. We can tell you exactly where you can find this bird right now in the whole Southwest. The population and the range has shrunk massively, and it's all because of the same, all that the documentary has said, which is true, isn't it? There's been forest conversion, land conversion, but the issue is what can we do to ensure that Ibadan Malimbe remains a species that people can come here
and
from all over the world. Yeah, I've had visitors from Europe who have come to Ibadan and I've been asked to come and show them where this bird was and taking them out to the field. Sometimes we're lucky to find it, sometimes we may not.
What is actually making, is it that people kill them to eat or aside? No, seriously, because I'm concerned. Because as much as deforestation is happening, which other thing again is actually disturbing these beautiful creatures?
Yeah, so basically we need to eat. Right?
Yeah.
So the sustainable development goals talks about zero hunger, talks about no poverty, and that's number one thing. Even as researchers, we respect that view, isn't it? That we need to deal with the issue of hunger, we need to deal with the issue of poverty. People need to have a livelihood, but then we need to teach them how to go about their livelihood that they will still be able to protect the environment. And so there are so many systems that have been introduced. For example, we talked about hedgerows being introduced into farmland so that even when you have plantations, you still have edges that are allowed to just grow as bush so that the birds and other wildlife can have a place to perch and some food to graze on. Then we also have interspersed trees. We have indigenous trees, isn't it, like normal, like Balumo that we have here, isn't it? It's an indigenous tree, and normally people will not cut down such a tree. But because even the indigenous trees, hardwood is becoming very scarce. People are now beginning to cut down agbalumo trees, mango trees now for wood. Wow. So it's becoming to that. And people really also don't plant. We don't have the culture of replanting when we cut down. We always feel that the trees will help themselves and grow back. But we find out that because rainfall patterns are also changing, atmospheric conditions are changing. Right now, if you observe the weather pattern even in Ibadan, people will have, when the rain fell about 2 weeks ago, people
I
were
was
wondering,
like, why?
What's
going on?
Isn't it? So there's a lot of changes that we're having in the atmospheric conditions that inhibit the trees from being able to grow as they would normally do. Trees in IT, for example, which is an example of a forest reserve, is in forest block. They were kept I mean, IT has been protected with a fence, but those trees didn't grow back as they should, isn't it? They just remained on shrub level until the forest project came about and began to do some real, proper, active management on the trees. And right now, a lot of trees have been planted, and that tide is now flowing